Out of the Park Baseball 21, we are back with you. This is Historical Baseball Matchup. Our YouTube channel going live again with another great series for you. This is Series 169. Yes, we've done 169 of these already. I welcome you to go through our library on the page and go through as many series as you can. There's a lot of good action. We keep it going, however, every couple days or so we get you a new matchup for you. And yes, we are making the tally of the winners. So we aren't doing this just for nothing. We're going to tally the winners and see where we go from there. So 169 it is, and we got two teams from the same decade. It's the 40s, one prior to the war and one after the war, two very good franchises. So let's introduce them. It's the Red Sox and the Dodgers. And we're going to introduce first the 1943 Brooklyn Dodgers, led by Leo DeRocha just before the war. They were 81-72, finished in third in the National League. Of course, the Dodgers, a good team throughout the 40s and the 50s. But this one is a little bit different than the Boys of Summer, say, of the 50s, but some good names here. You might recognize Archie Vaughan, who's a Hall of Famer. He's 31 years old. He hit .305 with 66 runs driven in, 20 steals at that age. And Billy Herman hit .330 and drove in 100 runs. So those two players right there, very, very productive. Dolph Camilli's on this team. He was struggling a bit as his age is going up. But Dixie Walker, .302 for him, a good hitter there. His on base at .363. Augie Gallen, a very underrated player in his own right, .412 on base. He drove in 67. Mickey Owen is at catcher. Frenchie Bordegare, he hit .302, only got into 89 games there. Paul Wainer on this team at 40 years old. He actually got into 82 games and hit .311, still productive at 40 years old. Joe Medwick also on this team. Hit .272. He's on the bench. But the lineup, very efficient, very good. Do not underrate this bunch with Herman, Vaughn, Walker, and Gallen. Some very good talent on the Dodger hitting staff. Pitching-wise, maybe not as strong, but Kirby Higbee is 13-10 with a .370. He pitched in 185 innings. Whit Wyatt, 14-5 with a .249. Wyatt with a good year, definitely. 13 complete games for him. Kurt Davis, part of the rotation, and Bobo Newsom at 35 years old, the journeyman, 9-4 with a .302 for him. Rube Melton got some starts, and then you got Les Weber out of the pen, who appeared in 54 games. Ed Head, Max Macon, some of the other names. Freddie Fitzsimmons at 41 years old on the roster. So DeRocha with some good talent. The pitching, maybe not the greatest, but still respectable. But the bats, not so much with power, but get it done with getting on base and producing big innings and rallies. A bunch of good hitters for this Dodger team, and a team definitely to keep an eye on for winning this series. But their opponents are going to come a little bit later. It's going to be the 1947 Boston Red Sox. And the Red Sox, of course, a good team right after the war. They made the series, I believe, in 46. In 47, they came up a little bit short. They were 83-71 under Joe Cronin, third in the American League. But again, similarly, a lot of good talent here. We'll start off, of course, with Ted Williams. After the war, Williams was about to embark on the best part of his career. He walked 162 times, .343, and at .499 on the on base, a 1.133 OPS. He hit 33 and drove in 114. Great year for Williams, even if the power wasn't tremendous. Dom DiMaggio still getting it done, .283 at 30 years old. He's out in the outfield, drove in 71 along with Sam Mele. We got Bertie Tebbetts, a catcher. He hit .299, not bad for a catcher. And Jake Jones and Bobby Doerr, the right side of the infield, producing. Doerr especially, 95 RBIs, hit .258, but good production for a second baseman. Johnny Pesky, .324, outstanding player. Pesky in his own right, even if he wasn't driving in the runs, he stole 12 bases and scored 106 runs. Sam Dente also on the team. We got Wally Moses on the bench at 36 years old. He hit .275. Rudy York's on this team. So a team that's pretty much led by the talents of, I would say, Doerr and, of course, Ted Williams. Pitching staff, Joe Dobson, 18-8, a very good year. .295 for him. He had 15 complete games. Only walked 73, so very, very good. The whip was 1.207. Dave Ferris, 12 and 11, 404 for him. Tex Houston, I should say, 12 and 11. He's also on a good run here for the season, 333 for him in 189 innings. And a player we've seen recently, Denny Galehouse, 11 and 7 for him. Not a big part of the rotation, but did get 21 starts. Earl Johnson there, also with 17 starts of his own, as the bullpen, of course, was not used very frequently. The starters getting a bunch of innings, although Fritz Dorisch got over 100 innings as well in his 9 starts. So being led by the big Hall of Famer, the Red Sox got a good team, and actually the records are very similar for these two clubs. So on paper, it should be a good series, but you never know what you're going to get. Either way, it's an exciting matchup from the classic period of the game, going back to the 40s to have a matchup between two classic franchises. It's the 1947 Boston Red Sox against the 1943 Brooklyn Dodgers. So the series is set up here. We got the Dodgers are going to be the visitors, actually, with Boston just getting the home field advantage barely by a couple more wins. So the openers will be at good old Fenway Park before we go to Ebbets Field for the middle portion. Some classic ballparks for you, too, in this exciting series to come. So looking at game one, sending out there to the mound is going to be Leo DeRocher. He's going to send Whit Wyatt, while Joe Cronin's going to go with Tex Houston. It's a good matchup here for game one, and this series, as the fans gather at Fenway, is ready to go. It is series 169 between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. Let's head out to the action for game one of this best of 7. A quick injury here to the Dodgers, but we'll go ahead and get to the highlights of game number 1. Beautiful Fenway Park. Houston ready to pitch to Archie Vaughn. We're in the first inning. 61 degrees and sunny. And there's a ground ball back to the mound, and the play will be made there, and that's going to be the first out of this series. And we'll move now to the bottom of the first. Dom DiMaggio, the hitter. DiMaggio goes deep. That ball's to the wall and left. It is over the Green Monster, and Dom DiMaggio with the 397-foot bomb makes it 1-0 Boston. They take the lead here on the DiMaggio homer. To the second inning, Camille up there with a man on first, and Camille will ground this one to second. Easy play there. It's a double play as Pesky takes care of the play on his own. Pellegrini now up for the Red Sox. And he lines it into the gap. That's up off against the scoreboard in left center. It's going to be a leadoff double here, and maybe more, actually. It's going to be a triple indeed. Pellegrini legs out a triple here in the third inning. And DiMaggio back up there now. Wyatt delivers. This ball's hit back into the gap. It is 2-0 Boston. DiMaggio has driven in both runs so far. He has a home run and a double. Here's Ted Williams, the next hitter. Williams will line it into the gap. That's going to go right center, an RBI for Teddy, and it is 3-0 now in favor of the Red Sox. They've jumped on Wyatt here early. To the 6th we go. Houston's pitching well. But there's a fly ball into left. That'll get into the gap. That's going to be a double for Bordigare. And now he's going for 3. So make it a triple here with 1 out in the 6th inning for Frenchie. As Brooklyn looks to get on the board. Alf Camille now in the 3-1 game. He takes a pitch outside. So with 2 outs, the Dodgers have runners first and second for Billy Herman. And Houston delivers, and this ball's hit to short. Doors got it. That'll end the frame. 3-1 our score still. We move to the 7th. Bobby Bragan, the hitter, with a man on. Bragan, the bunt down, it's a great one. Play made at first, runner will move along, so small ball here with the runner on second base. It is now first and second for Ted Williams. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. And Williams goes deep to center, off the wall, and it's going to drive in more runs. 1 run in. Another man rounding third, going to hold up, and Ted Williams with another double, making it 4-1. His second hit of the game, and now Sam Melee trying to put a nail in this one. He hits one to center field and deep to the wall, off the wall. 2 more runs are going to score. 6-1 in favor of Boston. Melee with a 2-run double, and Boston pulling away here with game 1. We move to the 9th. It's 7-1. Chuck Stobbs ready to wrap it up. He pitches to McGowan. This one's hit to third. Tough play. Throws in time, however. Great play by the pitcher to make it, and that will end game 1. It's all Boston. They win it 7-1 to open the series in comfortable fashion here in front of their home crowd. Their big stars came through. DiMaggio 3 for 4. 2 RBIs in that leadoff home run in the first inning. Houston with the win. He was good today. 1 earned run, and Ted Williams 3 for 4. 2 doubles for Ted. 2 RBIs. Type of performance you would expect from him. Wyatt took the loss. Couldn't contain some of those Red Sox bats. And in the opener, it is Boston who takes advantage and wins the first game. So the Dodgers and Leo Durocher now, they need to try to respond before heading back home. They don't want to be down 2-0. So as the series continues on, Boston has the momentum. Joe Dobson will take the mound for the Red Sox against Kirby Higbee. Should be a good one in game 2. Let's see if the Dodgers have better luck. Game number 2 from Fenway coming up. This series brought to you by the historical baseball matchup on Out of the Park Baseball 21. Let's get to the action for game 2. Arthur Vaughn now against Joe Dobson. And this one's rolled for an infield hit by Vaughn here in the first inning. We move now with 2 outs, still the first inning. Augie Gallen up with Dixie Walker on first base. And this one's hit to center field. Walker's going to move to third. Let's see if they send him around. He's going to try to score. We got a triple here by Gallen, and it is 1-0 Dodgers in the very first inning as Walker scores on the Gallen triple. We move to the first for the home side. Sam Melee up there with 2 on. And there's a borderline pitch that just misses, so bases loaded now. Bobby Dorr up there with a 1-2 count, and he swings and he misses. A strikeout there, and a big one by Higbee. There's 2 outs, and Hal Wagner up with the bases loaded. He lines it to center field. Let's see if this has enough carry. No, it's going to be caught. So the 1-0 Brooklyn lead will remain, and the Red Sox leave the bases loaded. To the 4th, it's Sam Melee back up there. And this one's hit well into the corner in left field, so that's going to get down for extra bases for Melee. Melee with a double. Johnny Pesky now the hitter. He takes a borderline pitch, so the umpire squeezing the pitchers. We got 2 on for Dom DiMaggio here with only 1 out. But that's a strikeout. DiMaggio fooled the second out of the inning here in the 5th. And Ted Williams now trying to break his team through at the plate. But he strikes out. Great work there by Higbee. And this is a 1-0 game that moves to the 6th. Camille at the plate. 2 on. And Camille swings through for strike 3. 1 out now, Billy Herman. Herman goes to first. He'll be made there. Runners will advance second and third. And Mickey Owen, the hitter. Owen looks at strike 3, so our 1-0 game remains. Boston still very much in it. We move up to the 7th. Art Vaughn on second base and Frenchie Bordigare up at the plate. He grounds 1-2 with a shortstop, but no play made there. Pesky can't get the ball out of his glove, so it is runners on the corner for Dixie Walker. 2 outs. This one's hit. The pitcher makes a run on it. He makes the play. 1-0 our score remains as the Dodgers can't push across for a run. 7th inning stretch. It is now Rube Melton facing Rudy York as Boston looks for the comeback. And there's an inside pitch, so we're going to have a man on first to lead off the 7th. Let's see what Wally Moses does at the plate. He checks his swing in time. It's another walk, so runners on first and second. Big chance here for the Red Sox. Merle Holmes is the hitter. He'll hit it to first. Plays made there. They get the man at first, but a good job moving the runners along. So second and third for Johnny Pesky. Only 1 out. There's a strikeout. Pesky actually got too anxious and chased the bad one. And DiMaggio now with all the pressure. Melton ready now. It's an 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. He got him. DiMaggio's down. What great pitching by Brooklyn. It's still 1-0. We're in the 8th inning. Augie Gallen at the plate to lead it off. And he goes right back up the middle for a single. Gallen had driven in the only run of the game so far. And it's been a great game. Here's Camille. Camille lines it into the gap. That's going to get down, and Brooklyn's going to get their second run. Some insurance. A double here by Camille, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. Base is loaded. Nobody out. Bobby Bragan, the hitter. Brooklyn ready to break it open, and there's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score a couple. No, 1 more only. But the Dodgers keep on coming. It's 3-0. 5-0 is the score. We move bottom of the 9th. The masterpiece by the Brooklyn pitching continues with 2 outs here against Johnny Pesky. This one's hit shortstop. Easy play, and that will do it. Great shutout performance by Brooklyn. They do it to the Red Sox. And even this series 1-1. Getting them back on track here before they head home. It was Herbie Higbee who went 6 strong. Struck out 9 in those innings. Boy, did he have good stuff. Joe Dobson pitched okay for the Sox, but he'll take the loss. And Augie Gallen, 3 for 4 with double and an RBI. He got things started in that first inning before Brooklyn broke it open for 4 in the 8th. And that's a wrap for the 2 games of the openers at Fenway Park. It goes one-sided for each of the games. Boston controlling the opener. Brooklyn game number 2. And now the series moves a little bit further north to Brooklyn and Ebbets Field. It's going to be Earl Johnson against Bobo Newsom. It's a best of 5 now, and the Dodgers will definitely want to keep the momentum going and take advantage of the 3 straight home games they got at home. Surely Brooklyn will be packed. Ebbets Field will be full. The excitement will get going here for Game 3 as we are now dead even, 1 game apiece between the 47 Red Sox and the 43 Dodgers. Here we go, live in Brooklyn. We got Bobo Newsom against Johnny Pesky. And the pitch. This ball is hit into the outfield. It's going to be caught by the center fielders. And we now have Augie Gallen up with the man on second base. The pitch. This ball's hit to right field. That's going to open the scoring for the home team. So the Dodgers take the lead here in the first inning, 1-0. on the double by Gallen, who's been having a heck of a series. So he puts them up 1-0. We move to the third with Dom DiMaggio up in the man on second. DiMaggio lines a single up the middle with 2 outs. Runner's going to round third. Thrower of the plate's going to be late. And DiMaggio also having a very good series. Has tied this game at 1. To the third we go. Bases loaded. Augie Gallen at the plate. Gallen's going to line this one to center field with the bases loaded. To the wall. Could it be? Grand slam! What a series by Augie Gallen. He just took a ball out of the park in center field for a granny. His 5th RBI of the day. Just on an absolute tear. It's 8-1 now. We're in the 7th with Ted Williams up with men on the corners. He'll take ball 4. So that's going to load the bases for Sam Melee against Freddie Fitzsimmons. This ball's lined into the gap in right. It'll drop for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. So this will be an 8-3 game. Thanks to the RBI by Melee. But to the 9th we go. 8-4. Al Wagner up against Kimball. No Kimball, the pitcher. Here it is. Line drive center field. Gonna drop. That gets down there. Another run scores for Boston. So it's 8-5. They'll bring the tying run to the plate in Rudy York with 2 outs here in the 9th. All 4 outside. So the base is loaded here for Boston. And Tom McBride has a chance. Bases loaded. 3-run game. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. He's gone. And the Dodgers win here at home in Game 3 to take the edge in the series. They win it 8-5. A good ball game. Player of the game for sure. Augie Gallen, 2 for 3. A home run, which was a slam. 5 RBIs. Bobo Newsom gets the win. He survived 5 innings there of decent work. Frenchie Bordegare, he's the one that went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles, 3 runs scored, had a good game. You see there the early innings, they were all over Johnson and the Red Sox. Kimball came in to save the game late with the tying runs on the bases, but he gets it done, and the Dodgers get it done as they return home and again win their 2nd game in a row. Going back, obviously, they had won Game 2, 5-0, and the Red Sox now reeling a little bit after losing 2 in a row. So the series now is going to continue at Ebbets Field. Dave Ferris will go up against Kurt Davis in game number 4, and it's going to be an opportunity now for the Dodgers really to put a stranglehold on this series unless the Red Sox can even things up. And like I said before, Augie Gallen having a heck of a series. Look at the numbers, folks. 545 average. He has a home run and 6 RBI so far, and we've only played in 3 games. So let's see if they can cool off Gallen and the rest of the Dodgers. Moving to game number 4 from Ebbets Field. Johnny Pesky at the plate. And Kurt Davis, first inning here at the 4th. Ebbets Field. And a line shot that's going to drop. So that's a base hit to lead off this ball game. Up DiMaggio, the hitter. DiMaggio, the first play is made on the force relay back. Double play for the Dodgers. 3-6-3. They get it done. Bottom of the first. Now Camille up with 2 outs and 2 on. A big spot. Outside, they pitch around Camille. Bases loaded here. Billy Herman at the plate against Dave Ferris. 2 outs. This is lifted to right field. Coming on to make the catch and then the threat. There's Melee, and we go down to the 3rd. Still scoreless. Johnny Pesky up with a man on 2nd. This ball's hit in the left field. A base hit by Pesky. Run around in 3rd, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead here for the Red Sox. They get it on the Pesky single. To the 4th. 2 on for Rudy York. And York hits it to the second baseman. A nice stop, but no play. So base is loaded. 2 outs. Lee Pellegrini up there in a huge spot. He hits it Beat that ball to the wall. Look out. Yes, grand slam. Wow, Pellegrini. Showing power we didn't think he had, and he takes it out. It's 5-0. That ball I didn't think had a chance, but it clears the wall as a line drive. And Boston takes full advantage here. 5-1, we move to the 7th. Ted Williams up with the man on. And Williams is going to hit the gap. That's going to go up against the wall with the man on. Runner headed to third. He's going to try to score. And Ted Williams with the run-scoring triple. It is 6-1 Red Sox, as Boston has every intention of tying up the series. 7-1 our score, bottom of the 8th. Here's Gallen. And Gallen's going to rip a single to left field. That's going to load the bases with 2 outs. So Ferris in trouble. He's still in here. Cronin stuck with him, and Dolph Camilli up with the bases loaded. 6-run game. And he strikes out looking. Great pitch there. Ferris gets him on the off-speed stuff. We move to the 9th. Field has come in to close it out against Joe Medwick. 2 outs. Throw them all to second. That'll be easy. So Boston wins game number 4, 7-1. As this excellently played series continues. And now, folks, it's come down to a best of 3. Pellegrini with the grand slam. It's the second grand slam in as many games we've had in this series. He went 3 for 4. Ferris gets the win with 8 great innings. And Gallen continues his amazing play. Even in the loss, he goes 3 for 3 with an RBI. He is just tearing it up, showing what a good player he is. That's why we love doing these series. Players that you might have forgotten, really reminding you just how good they are. 7-1 to score here in Game 4, and we got one more game left in Brooklyn. It's a crucial one, as it will break the 2-2 tie before now we are guaranteed to head back to Fenway for the end part of the series. But right now our focus is on Ebbets Field for game number 5, as Tex Houston and Whit Wyatt will go at it here in Game 5, the series even. Look to see who can get ahead now as we face a real best of 3 scenario for the winner of this series that's been very competitive. Let's head out to Ebbets Field for the action. Johnny Pesky now on 2-0 count to open up game number 5. Pesky rounds it hard to first for the play there by Timberlake. Goodbye first with men on the corner. It's Augie Gallen, who's been red hot, and he hits it to second. Playmate at second. Relay to first, not this time. Gallen hits a double play, so we remain scoreless till the 4th inning, where Tom DiMaggio is at the plate. A man on, and DiMaggio drops it into right field, just fair within the line. DiMaggio heading to second. He has a double, and it is now second and third for Ted Williams with first base open. Williams is pitched to, and he makes him pay. He goes into the gap and right. It's 2-0 Boston. They decided to challenge Ted Williams, and he made them pay. Drilling that baseball. It's 2-0 now, Boston. To the 4th, Dixie Walker, the hitter. Houston, who pitched so well in Game 1, lets up this shot into left field. So Walker's going to be on second with a double here in the 4th. Now on third, Dolph Camilli has a chance. And Camilli lines it. That's going to drop in right field. Coming in the scores Walker. It is 2-1. So Brooklyn cuts the lead to 1. And Billy Herman has a chance with the man on now. Herman will go fair into the left field, outfield. That ball is fair down the line, and it's going to be a double here. So Brooklyn with a good chance to take the lead. Mickey Owen has a chance with 1 out. And Owen goes to third. Play will be made at first, but the run will score, and it is now tied at 2. Brooklyn has come back, and Win Wyatt, the pitcher, up with 2 outs. Wyatt will hit this one to center field, but that should be caught. Great diving catch out there in center by DiMaggio. What a series he's having. Great catch, and we are tied at 2 still, saving some runs there for Boston. Here's Archie Vaughn in the 5th. And this one's not going to be caught. This one's all the way up against the wall. Vaughn with a double, maybe more. He does have 2 to lead off the 5th inning. Now on third base with 1 out, C. Walker. We got a tie game. Infield's in. And this one's gonna be fair. Walker comes through. Brooklyn has come all the way back to take the lead on the Dixie Walker double here in the 5th inning. 3-2 Brooklyn. 8th inning now. Wally Moses facing Whit Wyatt, who's still in the game. Determined to try to close this one out. And this one's lifted to left field. It is going to be caught out there. Nice catch by Gallen. Good range. And 2 outs now for Don DiMaggio. 3-2 our score. That's inside for ball 4. So Boston gets the tying run on the bases. And here's Ted Williams. Williams hits it deep in the right field. That's to the wall. Williams with a home run. Ted Williams gives Boston the lead with the shot over the right field wall. What a dramatic home run by Williams here. Late in this ball game with 2 outs in the 8th. It is now 4-3 Boston. Williams ripped that baseball over the wall. And this game is turned on its head. We are in the bottom of the 8th now. Tony Fine pitching the odd Gallen. There's a walk, so Brooklyn looking now to come right back. Runner on first for Camille. Up. That should be an infield fly. Automatic out. So with 1 out, Lee Herman up there. Johnny Murphy is the pitcher. Here's a line drive to center field. Another great catch by DiMaggio. That is catch number 2 that he's made. That's been very impressive. Great defense by the Red Sox. 2 outs now for Mickey Owen. We got a full count. Murphy delivers. This ball's into left field, so that gets through. Runner headed to third. So it's going to be runners on the corners. 2 outs. 4-3 ball game here in the 8th inning. And Bobby Baggins, the hitter. Big spot here. Here's the pitch. Up. Should be playable. DiMaggio's there, so we'll move to the 9th. The Williams homer still holding up. 4-3 our score. Rudy York hitting here in the 9th with 2 outs. York is going to line this one into the corner, so he'll have a double with 2 outs here in the 9th inning. But we'll move bottom of the 9th. It's going to be up to Johnny Murphy to close this out. Veteran 40-year-old Paul Wainer is going to lead it off. And Wainer lines it to center field. And that ball is going to be caught. Another magnificent play by DiMaggio. He's been a one-man show in center field. He makes another great play. So with 1 out, here's Archie Vaughn. Vaughn hits it hard. That's a fair ball. So Vaughn continues his hot hitting. He'll get it to second base. He's the tying run now. With only 1 out, Brooklyn has its chance to get even or even better. Frenchie Bordagare, he's the man at the plate. But he looks at strike 3. They get him there. And Fritz Orish is doing the job. It's up to Dixie Walker now. 2 outs. Everything on the line here in the 9th inning. The fans on their feet. Runner on second base. Here's the pitch. In the air. DiMaggio should be there. It makes total sense he would be the one to make the final grab. And that does it. Boston wins here 4-3. Thanks to some great defense and the big blow by Ted Williams, who hit a 2-run shot in the 8th inning to get Boston ahead, and which they would stay. Whit Wyatt, a shame. He pitched pretty well, but couldn't get the win today. Ted Williams, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and yes, that home run, the difference in the 8th inning. Tex Houston, he gets the win, even though he allowed 3 earned, and it looked like he was heading for a loss, but he got the job and the luck and the support he needed to get the win. What a comeback by the Red Sox. They were out hitting this one. It looks like they were going down, but Dorish in the end was able to close the door, and they now take the advantage 3-2 and are in the catbird seat because they are heading back home, and all they have to do now is win one of the next two, and they will have won this series. They're going to be at Fenway in front of their home fans, and Game 6 is going to feature Kirby Higbee and Joe Dobson as they face off against each other. We have an injury as well. Looks like Tommy Fine has an injury. Back spasms. He might miss this game. But either way, Boston is flying high after the Ted Williams home run, and they're hoping to end this thing now in front of their home fans. Brooklyn, their backs against the wall. They would love to see a Game 7, but they're going to have to do it the hard way and win 2 on the road. So all the excitement coming to a head here. Let's head out to Game 6 at beautiful Fenway Park. The series on the line between the 43 Dodgers and the 47 Red Sox. Marky Vaughn leading off game number 6 at Fenway Park. He tries to bunt there. Missed it. We move to the bottom of the second. And on for Al Wagner. Wagner's going to line this one into the corner and left, and that should play to run. 1 run is in. 1-0 our score. Taking the lead, we move to the 4th. Dolph Millie up with the man on first. Now this one's lined to center field, so that'll be a base hit. First and second, 2 outs, 1-0 ball game, and Billy Herman the hitter. Herman hits it in the left field. That'll be down, so that should score a run. Yes, it will. This will be a tie game now. Another man going to score. Throw to the plate's going to be late, so it's 2-1 now. Brooklyn. Herman with the 2-run double here in the 4th inning. The 6th, see Walker at the plate, and Walker will hit this one short. Double play there by Boston, so they're staying as close as they can here. 2-1. Higbee pitching to Sam Maile. Now we're in the 6th inning. And this one's hit deep in the left field, way back at the wall. Maile says good night and goodbye. It is 2-2. He hits a solo home run. And we are even here in the 6th inning of Game 6. Maile goes deep. And Hal Wagner now the hitter. Wagner takes a pitch inside, so we got nobody out. 1st and 2nd. And Rudy York at the plate. York swings through it for strike 3. He's down. Here's Pellegrini now. 2 on, 1 out. He's going to hit this one to center field. It'll be caught out there, so that's the 2nd out. And Merle Combs, the hitter here in the 6th inning with 2 outs. He hits it to 3rd. Play will be made there, so Brooklyn squeaks out of it. 2-2 remains our score. We move to the top of the 7th. Dolph Camilli, the hitter. Camilli singles to left field. He's on base here for Billy Herman. Herman goes to 3rd. Play made at 1st. Runner advances to 2nd. Here's Mickey Owen. Owen makes it down low, so we got runners 1st and 2nd. Bobby Bragan, the hitter. Strike 3, he got him looking. So Bragan's down. Outside corner, 2 outs. Paul Wainer, the hitter now, in the 7th. And Wainer's going to lift this one deep to right, but it will be caught. So the game remains tied at 2. Bottom of the 7th inning, Johnny Pesky, the hitter. Pesky will line a single to center field. He comes through here to lead off the 7th inning. Baggio now the hitter. Swing and a miss. He swung at a bad one, so Tom is out on strikes. And Williams at the plate. Williams hits it to second. Relay over for a double play. The Dodgers turn 2, and this game remains tied at 2 as we move to the 8th for Archie Vaughn. And Vaughn goes into the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Hits the bottom of the wall. Archie Vaughn continues his good hitting. He gets a double here to lead off the 8th inning. And here comes Frenchie now with a chance to maybe move the runner along. He hits a fly ball here. This ball is going to be up against the wall. It's fair. It's going to be extra bases. It is a double. A run's going to score, and Bordogare has come through. Frenchie with a hit here in the 8th inning. And now Dolph Camilli can add to the big frame here if he can come through, but he strikes out here. So Tommy Fine trying to get out of this inning. Billy Herman, the hitter, with 2 on. He'll line a shot. That's going to drop in left field. The runner's going to hold up, so the bases are going to be loaded here with 2 outs. 1-run lead for Brooklyn, but they would love more. Mickey Owen with a chance. Here's the pitch. And this ball's hit to third. Play made at second. Nice catches by the second baseman. But Brooklyn does get the run they want, and they lead now 3-2 as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Maley. Grounded to short. Play made at first for the out. Bobby Doerr, the hitter. Shortstop, that'll get through, however. So Doerr's on base. With 1 out, Hal Wagner, the hitter. Boston on a run. This is hit second, could be 2. Play made at second. Double play. Brooklyn gets it done, and now we move to the 9th. It's a 3-2 game, and Rudy York is the hitter. Newt Kimball is trying to close it out. This ball's popped up. It should be playable in right field. It is. Wally Moses, the hitter. Popped up there. It's going to be caught. And now Tom McBride at the plate. 2 outs. Strikeout. He got him swinging. That's the game, and Brooklyn survives to force a Game 7. They win this one 3-2, a tight one, but show the resolve and get it done. Kirby Higbee, 6 strong innings, 8 Ks. Joe Dobson, he went for Boston but couldn't get a win. Sam Maley, 2 for 3 with a home run for the Red Sox, but it was Melton who got the win, and it was Kimball who got the save. Klinger gets the loss with the go-ahead run being scored late by the Dodgers, more specifically the Frenchie Bordogare double that scored Archie Vaughn in the 8th inning. So everything said and done, folks, we are at the limit, at the max. This is Game 7 now. The series tied 3 games apiece, and 1 game will decide the winner here in what's been a very entertaining and a very well-played series. It's going to be the veteran for Brooklyn. Bobo Newsom will take the mound against Earl Johnson for the Red Sox, and 1 game will decide it here to see who will move on. So the 43 Dodgers and the 47 Red Sox, 1 game, do or die, coming up from Fenway Park. Let's decide a winner and head out live for the action. So Game 7 it is. Here we are, folks. Archie Vaughn leading it off, top of the 1st inning. Fenway Park jam-packed. This ball's hit to center field. Should be easy for DiMaggio. He's got it, and we are on their way here. This is loaded for Boston, bottom of the 1st inning. Sam Maley has a big chance here with nobody out, but he strikes out swinging. A big strikeout there by Newsom, and now Bobby Doerr, the man of the moment. Or is going to hit this one to center field. It's going to be caught. Throw to the plate is going to be late. So Boston will get on the board first. Pesky scores, and it's 1-0. And Johnny Pesky now at the plate. We're in the bottom of the second. And Pesky will hit this one down the line and fair. Runner's going to round third, and it is 2-0 now. Boston out in front early here, and it is actually a 2-run double by Pesky, making it 3-0. Boston off to the best start possible here in game number 7. We move to the 4th inning. Johnson pitching well so far. Mickey Owen at the plate. And Owen lines this one to left field with a man on, so Brooklyn trying to get it back here. It's going to be a double. Second and third, 1 out. But nothing comes of it, believe it or not. We move to the 5th now. Bordegare, the hitter. Mickey Harris has come in to pitch. This ball's drilled into the gap. Frenchie does it again. That's up against the wall. He's going to make it to second. Let's see if he tries for 3. He will. It's going to be a leadoff, or I'm sorry, a 1-out triple here for Brooklyn as they try to get on the board. They haven't been able to so far. They do get on the board with a single run. So we're in the 6th now. It's 3-1, 2 outs, full count. Howie Schultz is the hitter. He's a pinch hitter here. And he takes ball 4 outside. So first and second, 2 outs. Art Vaughn, the hitter. Mel Parnell is on the mound. 3-2 pitch. This ball's hit to center field. Should be playable. And it is. So the 3-1 score remains as we start to get late here in game 7. Augie Gallen up with 1 out and a man on. 7th inning. Parnell delivers. This ball's drilled to right field. It's going to get down for a hit. Runner moving the 3rd, so it's going to be on the corners for the Dodgers. Only 1 out, and Camilli has a chance. Infield in. Camilli lines this one deep. Center field. Could it be at the wall? It's going to be caught out there, but a runner will tag, so that'll make it 3-2. A sacrifice fly as Herman comes in. We move to the 8th now, 3-2. E. Moore is the hitter. Moore hits it deep to right, but it is caught out there. Melee's got it. Bobby Bragan now with 1 out, 3-0 count. Tommy Fine delivers. That's ball 4. So the tying run on the bases with 1 out. Paul Wainer, the hitter. This ball's hit to right. Got some carry on it. It's going to drop in there. So a base hit. First and second for the Dodgers. 8th inning. And Art Vaughn, the hitter. Florish has come in to pitch. This ball's hit hard down the line. It's fair in right field. A run around in third. We got a tie game here as Dorich is going for 3. He is going to make it. Vaughn with the RBI triple scoring 2 runs, and it is 4-3 now, Dodgers. What a series Vaughn is having, and what a clutch hit this is in the 8th inning. It could be a series breaker, folks. Still only 1 out. They're going to try to get the insurance. This ball's drilled to center field. Another hit. That's going to make it 5-3 Dodgers. What an inning they're having. And now we move to the bottom of the 8th. And the Dodgers have control. Ed Head has come in to face Sam Mealy. And there's a borderline pitch that just misses. And Bobby Dorr at the plate with 1 out. Dorr's going to hit this one too short. Play will be made at second. They get 1 man. Hal Wagner, the hitter. Full count. 2 outs. And this ball's hit deep to right field. Could it be? I don't believe it. Wagner ties the game. A 2-run blow just over the short fence in right. A 3-2 pitch. He's becoming a hero today. Wagner brings his team back. And we got a tie game and a new game. What a game 7 it's been. 5-5 to score. Wagner the hero, and here's a fly ball to center with 2 outs. That should be playable. So we'll move to the 9th, folks. We are all even at 5. Dixie Walker up now. We're in the 9th. Base hit here by Walker, so high drama here. More at the plate. Let's see if he tries to move the runner. This ball's launched into left. Deep but playable. It is caught on the track out there. Williams has got it. Bobby Bragan, the hitter. Bragan hits it to third. Playmate at first. That's the second out, but a runner moves to second. So Ed Head has a chance now to do damage, but he's going to stay in as the pitcher, and he grounds out to shortstop. So no pinch hit there by Leo DeRocher. Bottom of the 9th. We're tied at 5. 1 run wins it. Head on the mound. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit third. Moses is out. 2 outs now for Dom DiMaggio. Up to right, should be playable, and Game 7 of this exciting series is going to be decided in extras, folks. It's the 10th inning. On the pitch is Bill Zuber facing Archie Vaughn, who's had an unbelievable series. He's up here to lead off the 10th. Ball is lifted to right, should be playable, and it is. First out here in the 10th inning. Full count now to Bordigare, who's also had a good series. He takes the walk, so he's on board here with a 1 out. And Billy Herman, the hitter. Herman takes it outside as we got some wildness here that could cost Boston. Augie Gallen, not the man they want to face, is 3-2, the count with 2 men on. And he gets him. Gallen strikes out, a big pitch there. Zuber gets the out. So 2 outs now for Camille here in the 10th. Another full count. That's low. So Camille's on. He's walked, the bases loaded. There are 2 outs here for Dixie Walker. 10th inning, Game 7. Walker, the hitter. 2 outs. Line drive, that's to third. Play will be made there, and they get out of it. So, walking a tightrope, but getting it done with Zuber. And we move to the bottom of the 10th. 5-5 tie. Here's Ted Williams. Kimball delivers. This ball's lined into right field. Williams starts it off the right way with a base hit. He's the winning run. And Sam Melee at the plate. Johnny Allen has come in to pitch for the Dodgers. This ball's hit into the gap deep, looking up, off the wall. Williams heading to third. Let's see if they wave him. It looks like they hung him up to third. So we got runners on second and third here. Bobby Doerr at the plate, nobody out. Infield has come in. Let's see if the Red Sox can win it. Rex Barney, the pitcher. First base is open. Williams is on third. Here's the pitch. Ball drilled. It is going to drop. That's it. Walk off. The Red Sox win Game 7. A walk-off single by Bobby Doerr scores Ted Williams. What a series. What a game. Boston takes it all and breaks the hearts of the Dodgers and all the Brooklyn fans. I don't think we've seen a more dramatic Game 7 than this one. Just an outstanding game. Billy Herman 1 for 3 with a double. 3 walks in the game, the losing effort. Johnny Pesky 2 for 5, a double, 2 RBIs. Bordigare 2 for 5 with a triple and an RBI. But it was Doerr who came through in the 10th, even though in the 8th inning, Brooklyn put up 3. They thought they had it. But the Red Sox came back with 2 in the bottom of the 8th, forcing extra innings, and the game decided in extras. Zuber gets the win, Kimball gets the loss, and again, Ted Williams scoring on that Bobby Doerr walk-off hit. That is the series. I'm almost out of breath. What a series it was. Best of 7 comes down to 1 play. That's the way you want it to be. Looking at some of the numbers, the 43 Dodgers who lost did have some great performances. Augie Gallen, 458 for the series. He drove in 7. Bordigare had a number of big hits. He hit 387 along with Dixie Walker. The average is very high. Archie Vaughn, a great series at 364. and Billy Herman also drove in 4 for the series. The Brooklyn Bats were for the most part on point as we might have expected. Their pitching, Johnny Allen, he pitched well in that final game, but also Kirby Higbee, 1-0 in his 12 innings, a 1.5 ERA. Mark Macon pitched well. Whit Wyatt took a hard loss, but he pitched okay. Bobo Newsom, crucial in that final game. He went 8 innings at a 4.50. And looking from there, some less impressive performances. Ed Head struggled a bit, and Rex Barney didn't have the best series. They both took losses in this one. Looking at the victors, you can see here, Ted Williams, what a series, batted 400, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Dom DiMaggio, unbelievable defense, also hit 300. Melee with 6 RBIs, hit 292. Pesky, 3 ribbies. Hal Wagner, a big home run in Game 7. He drove in 4. Bobby Doerr only had 4 hits in the series, but boy, did he have a big one to walk it off in Game number 7. Rudy Ork, a tough series. Pitching-wise, Dobson and Houston pitched well. They each had wins, Houston had 2 wins and the ERAs in the 2s. Mickey Harris good. Dave Ferris got a win. Chuck Stobbs, Tommy Fine struggled, as did Fritz Dorisch out of the pen. And Bill Zuber got that win. He pitched well in only 1 inning, and that came in the dramatic final game. Well, that's a wrap here, Series 169. It was definitely entertaining. Looking now at the series MVP, they gave it to Teddy Ballgame. Ted Williams gets it, although it could have been a number of people. Looking at his numbers, 10 hits in 25 at-bats, 7 RBIs. He walked 4 times, scored 5 runs, 500 on base. Williams played well. Really can't argue too much with the decision, although my personal choice might have been Dom DiMaggio because of the unbelievable defense that he played, and he also hit 300 for the series. Either way, the Red Sox take it. I think this was one of our more exciting series. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's a wrap. The 1947 Boston Red Sox win it in 7 games over the 1943 Brooklyn Dodgers. Series 169, brought to you by Out of the Park Baseball 21. We're glad you joined us, and we'll catch you next time for Series 170. Have a good one.